All right, for your oil change on your Corolla, you're gonna need obviously your oil, 5W30. You're gonna need a little under 5 quarts. New oil filter, a wrench or a ratchet with a 14mm socket, a new gasket for your drain plug, filter wrench, 64mm, some type of funnel, rags, and somewhere to put your old oil. All right, first thing you need to do is locate your oil pan. Come up under here on the passenger side, and there it is right there. You can see that silver drain plug right there. It's going to be tight to fit the drain pan underneath there, but we'll make it work. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is get up in under here and just loosen it up a little bit. I don't have much room to move around under here. I can't really see how full this bowl is getting as I'm draining it. So I'm just kind of controlling it with putting the plug back in place for a couple seconds at a time. This takes forever to do it this way, but the oil is cool enough that I can let it run over my fingers. If you're doing this without letting the car sit for at least like an hour, this is gonna be way too hot. The oil is gonna be too hot to run over your hands, so be careful doing it. All right, it's at a low enough level now. I'm just gonna let it drain on its own from right there. Grab your plug and go ahead and replace this washer if you have a spare one available. Once it's dripping slow enough, you can go and put your drain plug back in. And you can also go ahead and tighten down your drain plug. You're not going to need to open it again. Just don't do it too tight. Some people say that you can come up here and take the oil cap off as it's draining. It helps it drain faster or whatever, but really it's not going to matter. And the next part is getting out your oil filter, which is kind of tough if you're doing this on the ground and not raised up at all. But go up under here, and there it is right there. There's your oil pan. There's the plug that we just took out, and then right next to that, there's your oil filter. All right, here's the new filter. It's a Bosch filter. To get it ready, I'm just gonna do it out here. You're gonna wanna go ahead and fill it up with oil because it sits in like this. So put some oil in it, and then put a little bit of oil right here on the O-ring on the outside just to help with sealing. I'm gonna put it in this box just like this to have it ready to go, and set it off to the side so it doesn't fall over. Now grab your filter wrench and get to loosening the old filter off. Alright, and that one started unscrewing really easy. I'm gonna go ahead and slide the oil pan under here so I can pull it off and let the little bit of oil that's in there drain out. Alright, there's the old one. Have your new one with the new oil sticking in it. And start screwing it into place. You really want these only to be hand tight, but my hands are pretty slick with the oil. So I'm just gonna put a little bit extra on there with the filter wrench. These really don't have to be tight at all. And there you go, you got your new filter installed. And now we're at the easiest part, which is adding more oil. Do yourself a favor and get one of these Toyota funnels off of Amazon. It screws right in to where your oil cap goes. That way you don't have to hold it in place. You can fill it up a lot faster. We're looking for 3.5 to 4 quarts of 5W30. And you can see how much easier it is to add oil with this funnel right here. All right, and as you're going, just pull the dipstick right here, and you're gonna want to check the level as you're filling it. We're looking for a level right between these two dots, so kind of right here in the middle. Wipe it clean first, and stick it back down. And you can see we're just below the low mark, so we need to keep adding. We're getting right towards the middle with this one. If you look, we're right in the middle, so that's a good spot. I'm gonna take the funnel off, put the cap back on, start the engine up, let everything kind of flow. Then I'm gonna take one more reading and make sure it's good. The very last step is a bonus step. You want to write down when your next service is due and what mileage it's due at. For this Corolla, it's every 6 months or 5,000 miles.